The O'Reilly Fact is on tonight.
He's cherry-picked information that's been disclosed and woven a bunch of conspiracy theories about it.
The Clinton campaign saying it's politics as usual. That's why the former Secretary of State is now the subject of financial scrutiny. We'll take a hard look at that defense.
The most important thing is that we didn't leave him behind. That's a sacred promise that America has to its people.
But as Admiral Mullen well knows, the military and the government have a sacred trust to tell the people the truth. And in the Bo Bergdahl case, that did not happen. We'll continue our investigation tonight.
Trick boy, it's your birthday.
God bless the internet.
Also ahead, a new study says American young people spending an enormous amount of time on social media. Is that corrupting their morals? We'll debate it. Caution. You are about to enter the no-spin zone. Factor begins right now. Hi, I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks for watching us tonight. The Hillary dilemma. That is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. No matter what kind of controversy engulfs Hillary and Bill Clinton, they have a ready defense. The Clinton haters are at it again. And there is some validity to that defense, as the Clintons are the most controversial couple in America and perhaps in the history of this country. In general, the big mistake the Clintons make is that they don't admit mistakes. For example, Benghazi. All former Secretary of State Clinton had to say was that security in Libya was very difficult, that she and her staff didn't pay close enough attention to the threats that were brought to their attention. That's a painful admission, but mistakes do happen. Libya is a backwater. Secretary Clinton was gallivanting all over the place, so her admission and deep apology most likely would have been accepted by most fair-minded people. Instead, Hillary Clinton and President Obama stonewalled, angering millions of Americans. On the email front, there's no excuse. It was a calculated deception. Everybody knows that. The calculation the Clintons are making is that most voters won't care. Now on to the latest brouhaha. A new book will present circumstantial evidence that Hillary Clinton profited from her position as Secretary of State. She did this because her husband made an enormous amount of money on the lecture circuit while she was in office. Also, there's evidence that Mrs. Clinton may have acted favorably to some concerns that donated big money to the Clinton Foundation. While a designated charity, the foundation pays an awful lot of bills for Bill and Hillary, as well as for their daughter, Chelsea. Talking Points doesn't know if there's overwhelming evidence of donations for favors. Already, some are saying Mrs. Clinton should be indicted, like Senator Robert Menendez of New Jersey. At this point, that's a gross overstatement, and one that actually helps the Clinton campaign.
It's a book that's written by a former Bush operative who's a reporter for that august news institution, Breitbart.com, or has been in the past. He's cherry-picked information that's been disclosed and woven a bunch of conspiracy theories about it. The facts, there's nothing new about.
The author of the book, Peter Schweizer, did help President Bush the Younger write speeches. He is also an editor-at-large at Breitbart News, a conservative website. But that does not diminish what Mr. Schweizer is writing. Again, the charges will have to be vetted, and big media, such as the New York Times, the Washington Post, as well as Fox News, are doing just that. One bad sign for Hillary Clinton is that a character assassin, David Brock, is now being used by her campaign to attack the credibility of the book. There are few Americans lower than Brock, who is a known hater and smear merchant. If the Clinton campaign is going to use people like Brock, major problems will develop. With the Democratic Party fully committed to Hillary Clinton, all of these controversies will get attention, but in the end, it comes down to you, the American voter. We are living in a country that is now largely fed up with politics, and many have turned away from public policy, descending into trivial pursuits, mostly in the social media. So it is easier for politicians to overcome dubious situations than it used to be. Talking Points will be fair to Hillary Clinton, but right now her profile has been damaged, and she needs to address all the controversies with serious media people, and soon. And that's a memo. Now for Top Story Night reaction with us here in New York City, Monica Crowley. from Washington Clinton confidant Lanny Davis. Fair memo, Lanny? Was I fair?
I actually thought you were fair when you said maybe evidence rather than there was evidence. And I also want to say I'm here on my own. I don't represent the Hillary Clinton campaign. So it's me and you and Monica, and that's it, Bill. So I'm ready.
Well, you know, you're a confidant. You can get them on the phone. You've been there from the beginning of their power rise. So that's why we wanted you as a guest. But there is a feeling that the Clintons are going to ride out no matter what happens because they feel that they're going to have enough. The coalition is going to be enough to elect her president. She's not going to answer any charges at all about anything. Do you think that's going to happen?
I don't think it's going to happen because they do respond, and they have to respond when there are questions raised. And you'll see Hillary Clinton respond on this matter as she did.
So
on
you're
the
predicting
emails.
that she will read the book or have her people read the book and then respond to the specific charges inside the book?
The way you put it is the way that there should be a response. Was there any connection between contributions to a foundation that everyone, including you and Monica, believe did a lot of good around the world? The transparency of every donation published on the internet, everybody agrees on that.
No, I don't agree on that. I mean, you just lost me. Because we don't know how much it was. We don't know when it was given. All of those details are not on the internet. It's just they gave me. All right, let's go over to Monica. Do you see, wait, Lanny, we'll get back to you, man. Calm down, take a sip. All right. Was I unfair in that memo? Did I understate it?
You were very fair and raised some very legitimate questions, and it's not just you. It's the New York Times, it's the Washington Post. There are a lot of news organizations raising these legitimate questions. I think you're right that the Clintons are going to try to ride this out like they're trying to ride out the private email and server. But understand that the Clintons' MO for 25 years has been stonewall, deny, and deflect.
And they got away with it.
Now, wait a minute. They did get away with that.
Yeah.
92, 96, it worked for them. It worked for Barack Obama in 08. But those tactics only work for candidates who are fresh faces because they're given the benefit of the doubt.
Listen, Hillary Clinton was not a fresh face when she got Secretary of State.
When you are a new candidate, you're given the benefit of the doubt, so you can stonewall, and you're more likely to get away with it.
I just think that they're going to play it out.
After 25 years, Bill, of a lot of smoke, there's almost always fire with Clintons. That's why the Clinton Foundation
still don't.
scandal.
Here's how ridiculous it is. Here's how ridiculous it is, Lanny. We still don't know how Hillary Clinton invested $1,000 and got $100,000 back. And what did that happen in 1812, right after the war was declared against Great Britain? I think it was back that far. We still don't know what happened. All right.
The fact that you're raising it back for the War of 1812.
Well, I wanted to get in on a deal, Lanny. I want to know what happened. All right. I'm asking Dobbs, and I said, Dobbs, how can I invest $1,000, get $100,000? Dobbs runs away.
Let me respond on this issue. You said there may be a connection. We don't have a single fact, nor does Monica, other than talking about smoke.
Well, we have to see what he has. The book isn't out for another
thing. And where there's smoke, Monica, there may be no fire. That Hillary Clinton would never take any official action, as long as I've known her, because somebody contributes, or some nation contributes money to a foundation that does good works around the world.
Lanny. We'll see what he's got, and when the book comes out, all the big media is on it. Let me ask you about this David Brock. I mean, this is ridiculous. And you just heard Podesta say that August Breitbart.com, diminishing the conservative website Breitbart.com. This guy runs Media Matters. There is no worse piece of garbage on this planet than Media Matters. So Podesta, he doesn't have any right to disparage anything. Doesn't that disturb you that this is an acolyte of Hillary Clinton? You know, come on.
I happen to think that David Brock is a good guy, and you don't. So we just have a disagreement about David Brock.
Lanny, I got to tell you something. I respect you, but if you think that man is a good guy after all the garbage and the harm and the hate that he's put out, I have lost. Lanny, I'm just telling you, I have lost a lot of respect for you tonight, and I'm going to end. I'm not going to let you. I'm going to Monica to wrap it up. Go.
Well, the problem, I think, for Hillary Clinton is that she is left with a handful of people who are willing to defend her on this. Lanny Davis, God love him, but you mentioned David Brock, John Podesta, James Carville a little bit.
Nah, Carville's all right.
But to some extent, she's got a little bit of an Eliot Spitzer problem, which means that when the crud hits the fan, as it always does, she has no reservoir of goodwill. Very few people are willing to stand up and fight for her. Whether it's
Davis
on the
is, and I don't know. She's enough people to fight for her.
But she has very few. And look, Bill, the bottom line is that the most damaging and problematic scandals for any candidate are the ones that reinforce an already pre-existing negative notion about the candidate.
Well, we'll see. She's got that coalition.
Can I get a quick last word in here, Bill?
Let Lanny get a quick word. Go ahead. I scolded him. Go ahead.
Let's all wait for the facts. I know that Hillary Clinton would never trade the honor of being Secretary of State for any contribution.
Let's see.
You said it right. You said it right, Bill.
See.
You said May, and let's see what the facts are.
I got to get out of here. Next on the rundown, we'll continue our reporting on the Bo Bergdahl controversy. Did the Obama administration attempt to deceive the American public, and did the military go along with it? Later, Kirsten Powers scorches President Obama over not standing up for Christians. Factors coming right back.